Hey, welcome to session 2 of Let's Make a Game, where we are going through the fan creation for a Lord's Rings and Hobblik Folk game. And last time we set our design goals, a sense of crunch with minimal actual crunch, a few simple mechanics, fiddly bits, easy to remember, emulate the source material, which might have been a series of novels and movies that you might be familiar with, and then get it into 4 pages. That's kind of the biggie to me. I'd like it to be simple and clean and something somebody could download and get into and immediately start playing. Okay, so the first decision I made was not to, in terms of mechanics, was not to use the D20 system, and because I wanted to be crunchy and fiddly, we're going to go with a percentile system. This gives you a number from 1 to 100. So I know that my scale goes from 1 to 100. The big benefit of a percentile system, to my mind, is it gives you a lot of nuance. There is a lot of subtlety. You have 100 different options for everything you rate in the game, which is pretty awesome. That's part of the problem with it, because the advanced math with it starts to get overly fiddly for my tastes. The other problem with it is that it ultimately is a roll under system, which to me is boo, is all the boo. I just don't love roll under systems. Although I'm playing in a Sunday afternoon game. Hello, Sunday afternoon crew, if you are checking in with this. And it's a roll under system. And I don't hate it. I don't hate roll under in play. I hate the philosophy of it because intuitively to me, you want to roll high. Rolling high is always good. But roll under it is. So we're going to go with a percentile roll under system. That's the basic mechanic. All right, so far so good. So I know my numbers basically go from 1 to 100. All right. So I always start with how you measure a character. So the basic things for a fantasy character, well, you need some sort of, I always go to these 3: body, mind, and speed in some way. Okay? So what can you physically, what can you do? Mentally, what can you do? And then in terms of reaction and coordination, what can you do? I know your body and your reaction and coordination are all interconnected, but they're really fundamentally different things in terms of a game. And if you just merge them all together into one super stat of physical stuff and mental stuff, well, physical stuff, you don't nearly have enough nuance. And then I like the idea of active and resisted abilities. So for body, we might go with might and resilience, endurance. Okay, maybe we'll change these. These are my working titles. For mind, well, the active one, I want to go with intellect or intelligence or smarts. But in this world, it's really lore. Um, and it's about your ability to leverage lore, draw upon lore, remember lore. Magic itself is lore. The resistant one is really more of an intuition, perception, awareness, insight. It's a passive ability. It allows you to defend against things, to notice things, um, and to work your way through things. So I'm thinking those are the two mental sort of abilities. And then speed, maybe accuracy, aim, precision. We'll go with accuracy for now. I don't love it. We might thesaurus that one later on. And then for the resistant one, it's sort of dodge or evade, um, maybe avoid. But really, what we're looking for is react. I think that's going to be our passive one there. So right away, I'm looking at, well, what are my derived abilities going to be? Because that's one of the things. And so, for example, saving throws in some systems are derived abilities. Your armor class, your hit points, your attack ratings, all of these things are derived abilities. And I decide a design goal is to have no derived abilities, which is kind of crazy. But I want these 6 things to rule everything. So, design wise, I know that my endurance is not only my endurance, but in some fundamental way, it's also my hit points. And my might is not only my might, but it's also my attack rating, maybe with melee weapons. And my lore is going to be my active ability to cast magic. My accuracy is going to be how good I am with the bow. So as I think about my favorite um, ranger or archer character, elf, he's going to have high accuracy and high intuition. Cool, I'm set. And we'll pick up there next time.